us know that so you do that. Then the first one is describe the data. So how do you describe the data? Well, you do question mark and start typing A's 2 like this. So if you look at this, it tells you that this is the Australian survivor data. So you can copy this and paste in your, or describe it in your own words. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Well noted, sir.
Okay. Now, then you look at the format. It says it's a data frame containing 2,843 rows and what? The following columns. The state, the sex, Diag is what? Julian, date of diagnosis. Death is what? Julian, date of death or end of observation. Okay, status, category. So if you are looking for survivor, you won't get it. Okay, but you know the diagnosis date and death. So what do you have to do to get a survivor? You subtract. Is that okay? Now later on, some of you may have the opportunity to take, let's say, survivor analysis. You realize that what they have done here is like what we call censoring. So we say date of death or end of observation, which means the person may have died or the person is living and is still alive and the study has ended. So we say that the person has been censored, right? So the status gives you whether the person is alive or what, dead. Okay, so if you are not dead, then your survivor will be in the future. We won't know. Okay, but basically that's it. So you can now say that if you want to, um, uh, you can, let's say is to survivor. If you want survivor, I doubt it will work, but I'm trying. So that will be, oh, sorry, um, um, oh, it's, or let me just say survivor. Right? But I can't use survivor like that because it's also a keyword. So I'm going to do def minus what? Is to die. So this will give me the survivor. Okay. This is survivor is continuous variable. Or so what kind of graphs can I use? Well, we want you to get what was it? The first one was summary statistics. Okay, describe the data, obtain numerical descriptive statistics. So what you can um, so B so B you can get your survivor like this. And if you want the summary statistics or descriptive statistics, you can use summary survivor. Okay, so this is it. Or you can also come here and library psych. Then you can also use or describe survivor. Okay, so whichever one you use, it will give you some numerical descriptive statistics for it. So you copy this, paste in Word, maybe in table, and then you need to describe the data. All right. So um, the minimum value is 0, which means some of them, the interpretation will be that the first time, the day that the person was diagnosed is the same day that the person died. Is everybody okay with that? So that's
Yes, Prof.
yeah, the minimum value is 0 because then it means that first day the person was diagnosed with HIV is the person died.
So, Prof,
Yes.
we should have reported the tables as well.
Yeah, you can report the table. Yeah, or
All right.
alternatively,
If you report,
uh, if you are doing it, you can also, because you've indicated to your reader that you are using R, you can also present this in a box and also describe it.
okay.
So let's see how that.
I think I ignored this. I didn't report the tables.
Yeah, you have to.
I I reported the graphs, just the
So
graph.
let me show you how. Um, okay, so let's say this is my Word document, right? Um, I'm going to. Okay, so 1. Or it was A, right? A. So what was the. So I copy. Um, I'll insert this in a table like this and give this. But for codes, I'll use Courier New, right? To let it look like are they or yeah. Okay. Um, so A, description of the data. Okay, so like that. Okay, and then what do? I can then go and copy the description of the data and paste it over there. That's okay. Then I move on to B. As for this, as I said, you can do it in your own works, or I forgot the library. Sorry. So library in your own words, or copy whatever is over there. Okay, so that's it. With then the B. B, what do we have to do there? That's also code survival. So you insert a table. Oh, it should be here. So I paste this one in. the quote must always be in Korean so that it is different from the narratives you give. Is that okay? Yeah, so this is it, describe. And then maybe results. The results too, I can put it in a table. Okay, so let's say I want this, the describe. You see the way it's been put together like that. As soon as I change it to Korean, it will make sure that the things are well separated. Okay, so in this case, it doesn't really, um, unless maybe I change this to, let's say, orientation is landscape. Okay, now if it is landscape, then I can have this. Yeah, so. Okay, so you see now if you change it to Korean, it arranges this thing quite well so that you can see each of them nicely. Okay, so here I can now um, comment on the distribution. So for example, I can say that the minimum value of 0, minimum survival time of 0 indicates that some of the patients died on the same day they were diagnosed. With AIDS. Okay, so I can go on and on to talk about the rest. Okay, there are two so and so. The average value is 405. The median is 320. What does that tell you? The average survivor is approximately 406 days. The median is 320 days. So what does this tell you about the data? Yes.
Please, the mean tells us the expected number of days to survive.
Yes, that's right. And then there's a median. And there's a vast difference between them. So what does it tell you about the survival times of the patients? Yes.
Is it the skewness?
Well, tell me.
It tells us that half of the AIDS patients survive for 330 days or less.
Okay. What else? So that's the interpretation of the median.
Yes.
Good. Okay. But what can you say about the difference between the median and the mean? They don't have the same value, so or they are not the same, meaning that we can put some meaning onto them, onto the values. It tells us something about the data. We've talked about this in class, so
The median is lower than this one.
yeah, the median is lower than the mean. So what does it tell us about the data?
Like
Tells
the
us that
data
I
is
think the data is not symmetric,
The data is not symmetric. Good. What does that mean?
and there are outliers.
There are outliers. Good.
Outliers.
Yeah. So, and which kind of outliers?
It's a long tail, long tail,
Long tail. Yes.
which is it positive, negative skewed or what?
So it means that some patients survive for a very long time.
Why do you say that
Survive
some
longer than
patients survive for a very long time?
It has a long tail to the right.
Because of the long tail to the right.
How were you able to determine that?
Since it's skewed to the right, I'm thinking that after the diagnosis, they were able to survive for some extreme number of years before they died. That's why it's stretching to the right.
Yeah.
Then what it means is that most patients survive in a short period.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and a few survive long, and those who survive long, you see that their survival time will pull the mean towards itself. That's why the mean is larger than the median.
It is right skewed.
Yeah, right skewed, and you see the skewness is positive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What else can you say about the? What else can you say?
About the table.
Yes.
The average is 405.
The average is what?
Average is 405.
So
they are higher derivative,
they are what?
higher deviation.
Compared with what? So this one there's no comparison. So yes, 363 is large, but large compared to what? Yeah. So anyway, so these are of course some of the comments you can make about using this or what you have said. You know, you can make. Then the next one was any question on
Okay.
this before we move on.
I think they said there is higher variability in the survival time.
Yes, but higher compared with what? So the measures of variation, when you are interpreting them, you have to be a bit careful. If there are two groups, it's easy to compare.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So, for example, this one, we can check those who are alive and those who died. Which of them have sort of higher survival times? Do you get it? So that one, if one has a higher standard deviation than the other, you can say that this one is higher. But if it is just one and you say higher compared to with what? Yeah, so you have to be mindful when you are interpreting values. Yeah, especially in the case of
No, I think I said high
high, but high
and not
compared
high.
with what?
No,
Zero.
high is
So if you got a 200, would you have said it's high? Or 10? Or 20? Do you get what I'm
okay.
saying?
I think the standard deviation is I think that's a deviation from the mean, right?
Yes.
So if we want to compare it to something, it to do with the mean. So how it deviates from the mean?
Yes.
Yes, because standard deviation is basically used to measure how the data set deviates from the mean.
Yes.
So if we want to benchmark, then it should be on the mean.
On the mean.
Yes, how the data
Yes,
set
but
deviates
what I'm
from
saying is that
the mean.
when you are using high, low, and so forth, you have to ask yourself, if you got 30, would you have said it's high or low?
Yeah.
Do you get it?
No.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you have to be careful. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Prof.
If they are two, then it's easy because then you can just compare the two. But if it's just one variable and you want to talk about standard deviation and you are characterizing it as high or low, yeah, it's a bit problematic.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Prof.
Thanks. Okay, so let's see the C part was what? Use an appropriate chart to display the distribution of the survival time. Comment on the graph. What do you have to do?
Prof, please come again.
The C. Should we proceed?
You mean the code for it?
How? You have to know how to proceed before you look for the code. The question is, what appropriate chart should we use?
Prof, please, we can use histogram.
We can use histogram. Okay. What else? What else?
Box plot.
We can use box.
We can use box plot. Good. Okay, so let's check each of them. So let's look at the C. So someone said histogram. So let's use hist. Survivor. Then here S lab will be what? The survival time is in what? What unit? So you have to check. I think it's in days, right?
Yeah, it's in this. Yeah, the bracket this.
Then the y-axis we can leave it like that, but we don't want any main. So we leave it like that.
The days is in caps or is it?
Or we can also say in this. And there we have it. If you were also to use ggplot2, how are you going to do it?
JJ.
You use ggplots.
You use what?
Ggplots. Then X should be the data set. Then we can consider our aesthetics in there.
Okay.
Then we come and do Chrome.
A moment. Let me. So with ggplot, we need library.
It took it.
Okay. So you said we should use a ggplot. Yes. Yes, I'm listening.
Survivor.
So the data will be equal to survivor.
Survivor.
Okay.
No, the data should be the is, so that the aesthetic X should be the survivor.
But it doesn't have
Okay, yeah.
the survivor is not attached to it. If you want to do that, then we have to try and create a new variable for is. Like this. Let's see. Okay, so now let me look at head of is2. So this is what someone was saying, that I don't have survivor. You have to create it. Is that okay? So now your is2 has a survivor. Okay. Yes. What else?
Then the aesthetics.
Then
Yes.
So X should be the
S,
survivor.
S should be
X equals survivor. Includes
Survivor.
two brackets.
and then what?
Plus. So outside the bracket plus.
That's a geom underscore histogram.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me test it and see. So I to run. Then I can't say it. Let me test it and see.
What are you testing? Okay, so yes, that's it. Okay, but what can you say now about the histogram?
Right skewed.
Right, skewed. Okay. So similarly, we can also look at box plots, right? So the box plot, we'll just take box plots. So if you want to want it to be horizontal, you say 2. Then it means S lab will be
Box plots. Survivor times bracket is.
So how can we do that in ggplot?
we consider the same thing we did for the histogram, just that the geom should be geom box plot.
Yeah, so one way to do this is that this will be, let's say, so I can do this. I call it plot n. Then it means I can do this to get my geom. Okay. Then when I want box plot, all I have to do is to take this, right? What do I add here?
It's a geom underscore box plot.
There we go. So you see, when you name it, it makes it easier for you to,
Really call it.
yeah, call it and make. So what can we say about these graphs, both the histogram and the survivor?
So there are so many outliers at the same time.
Yes. What are the outliers?
They are the survivor. Survivor.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it's everybody okay with this? So this is a
Yes.
simple exercise that shouldn't take you that long. Now the question is, how can we select have a good night. How can we select all those who are dead from the data? Look at it. How can we do so?
Please, we can use the filter.
The what?
Filter.
What?
It's a filter.
Filter.
So we can use the pipes, like the pipes on A2, then filter this thing to be equal to dead.
So we call A's to, let's say we call A's dead, right? So you said we should call A's A2. Okay, and then what? Yes, please go ahead.
Please, Prof, I'm checking the data set to see the name. So dead is D. So we can consider status to be 2 equal to D.
So what should I continue from here?
We do the pipes.
Yes. Then what?
Then now we filter.
Select.
Select or filter?
Filter.
Filter.
Because
Okay.
we are selecting a row.
Okay. Then what?
So status should be 2 equal signs, then D. Capital D.
Capital D.
Yes, please.
Like this.
Yes.
It should be in the
And you quote
it should
it.
be in the code.
Okay. good.
Let's go to the D.
Okay, so let's see.
Maybe.
So
Error.
what's the reason? Why are we getting
We
this?
didn't run the
We didn't know what.
So I think
run the
before.
with the pack.
We did not.
There is a particular library that
Good. Okay, so we need library.
we need to DPL.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Was it status not found? What else?
Yeah, so
is
it means
wrong?
that
The status
it
is
means that
small
argument.
letters.
Yes, sir.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Yes, please.
So there we go. So it means that this one, if we check all of them, you see dead, and so forth. So you
Please, I have a question.
pardon me.
I said, please, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Please, is there any way that we can detect the particular package to install before being able to run something? Like when you run and get the error, is there any way that we can detect the particular package before?
No. So once you get that error, you know that the package is not loaded. So if it is not loaded, of course you need to. So look, I'm taking out this. So if I run this, it won't. Oh, it's still. It still works. I think one of the. Let's see. Overwriting. Yeah, I think one of this thing takes out. So even though we have detached it, it still is able to read it. But you remember what we got. What it meant was that we don't have that package in. So it means that if I still it maintains it, but at first when I had not done this filter, if I do question my filter, it will tell me that there's nothing like that. Is that okay? So usually you need to know what function you want to use and then what package. If you can't find it with simple one, you do this. And if you have it installed, you should be in a position to know which package it's in. So basically that's it. Other than that, you have to search on Google or use the internet as a guide.
So that means, please, when we do the two double, this in question mark.
It will search through all the packages you have installed, but not even those you have not loaded. But the single one will only look at those you have ticked. So for example, if I have ticked this one, then it will check through it. But if I have not ticked it, it will not check through it. It will still come that it doesn't. Yeah. So that's the essence of the help. Both are help, but the single one is for packages you have loaded into your library or your working environment. But the double one will set through every available package you have installed. Yeah. If that doesn't show you anything, then it means you need to go online to check what package will help you to do whatever you are doing. So that's how you make use of the help. Please, does that answer you?
Yes, Doc.
Okay, all right. Any other question? Okay. If you don't have any question, I sent you the slides on the Spark LYR. Please make sure you read through The installation is a bit challenging, but try. You have to get stable internet for it to try it, and let's see before Friday if you are been able to install, um, uh, get the um, done, and you've been able to run through it. Okay.
So we should install it before Thursday.
Yes, try and make sure you get it installed. And read through the
Okay, bro.
documents, yeah, to see the help files, and then also some of the examples we've done. But you can only do so if you have been able to install. So let's see how it goes. Okay. So have a nice evening, and we'll see you on
Sir,
Thursday.
sir,
Yes.
please, sir, is it possible to get this recording?
Yes, I'll send it.
Thank you very much.
All right.